Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Apex Racing Cup Series here on Full Throttle Television. My name's Brody Hanna, and the booth beside me is Tony Solari. And Tony, tonight we are in Hot Atlanta Motor Speedway, the new super speedway on the circuit, and looking forward to some great super speedway racing action around this 1.4 mile racetrack here.
Yeah, it's kind of I haven't really kind of came up with a name for it, but it's like the short super speedway, and yeah, it's a white knuckle adventure ride for me, at least when I'm out there. But yeah, these guys are gonna have at it, and it should be kind of a fun race tonight. I mean, there's a lot of drafting. I know the tri-oval gets really tight, and you know, that might be where a lot of the action happens today.
A lot of the guys are running their qualifying laps now as we get set here. You're right. This is going to be a challenging track for a lot of these drivers. Look forward to seeing who can conquer Atlanta here tonight for sure as these guys try to tiptoe around this track. We'll look at the track description and talk a little bit about the track, man. It is a dangerous track out there sometimes. At times, it's narrow in the corners now, very narrow with that extra banking. It leads to some really close racing, and one little mistake in super speedway racing is disastrous, especially if you crowd them all together in the corner.
Yeah, for sure. And like I say, I don't know if they have a rule where they're allowed to kind of go down into that tri-oval area, but that does kind of give guys a little bit more room and kind of make things a little bit less hair-raising. But if not, they got to stay above that red, white, yellow, or red, white, red line. Yeah, it's going to be a little tight for these guys. And I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the new layout. I guess some guys kind of enjoy it, but like I say, it's a white knuckle ride for me.
Yeah, as you fan out down on the straightaways, you kind of have to funnel down into the corners as it narrows up a little bit. So it's going to lead to some interesting racing for sure. Going to be pack racing, bump drafting, all that good things. It's just going to be in a little more confined spaces. So looking forward to seeing what these guys can do to conquer that tonight. We'll look at our schedule for the Apex Racing Cup Series. We had a rebrand over the last week or two, and you'll see it here. Nice little shiny new logo, and they got me a little graphic for the schedule here. We are at Atlanta, then we go to Bristol next week. It should be a lot of fun, and then they got Martinsville on the schedule. So we got a super speedway, then a couple of short tracks. The next couple of weeks are going to kind of define everybody's season as they head towards the playoffs.
Well, yeah, and honestly, and after tonight, they might have they might be refreshed going to a couple of short tracks. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to see what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks here. And yeah, they did a little bit of a rebrand, and now we're Apex, and yeah, it's going to be same kind of guys. It looks like they got a pretty good field as well, and yeah, I think they had a little issue too with the server. That's why we're running a little late here, and they had to redo this and that. So, but we're here and we're live, and yeah, they're still in queue, and yeah, I'm kind of interested in see how this is going to play out tonight.
Yeah, last few guys are getting their qualifying laps in here tonight. Looks like we got about 26, 27 drivers out there tonight. So that's going to be a lot of fun to see who can work their way through here tonight. Yeah, they had I think they had some issues with the weather or something, and I am well aware of those kind of issues and what can happen with the weather. So, yeah, we got it set up and going here tonight, and yeah, you're going to see the same. It's a new name, new play. Well, I guess the same place, the same guys. You're going to see some of the same names for sure tonight, and probably some of the same names towards the front as we've been seeing here on Tuesday night. Tuesday night. So looking forward to seeing these guys put on a great show as they have the last couple of last three outings so far. Daytona and Las Vegas and Auto Club are really good races, and I look for nothing more than that tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the previous three races were a lot of fun to watch, and the cream rose to the top, and yeah, it was pretty decent. And yeah, tonight is going to be, I think, another good showing. And yeah, hopefully whatever was going on with the server, they did get it hashed out, and now it's going to maybe even improve a little bit of the product we're going to see tonight. So it looks like they are starting to grid up here.
We are gridding up, so we're going to kick it over to our starting lineup tonight for the Atlanta 200, the Apex Racing Cup Series in action here tonight. And on pole tonight is Braxton Ackridge in his Toyota. He's going to lead him off to green here tonight from pole position. On the outside pole is going to be Travis Burton. in his Toyota. So a Toyota lockout for the front row. Paul Travis Sr. is going to start in P3, and beside him is going to be Michael Childs, the Wild Child, starting from 4th. Starting 5th, that's going to be Trevor Dyer, and to his outside is James DeBose in the number 34. Starting 7th spot, that's going to be Matthew LaRiviere in the 77. Bunch of 7s right there in that row. And the 8th spot is going to be the 12 of Samuel Carter. Starting 9th is Michael Ware, and starting 10th is Dalton Saprina. And I'm going to throw it to you as they start getting jumbled up.
All right, we got Kenneth Presley 11th, Joseph Richardson 12th, Jacob Booth 13th, Robert Brown 14th, Cody Pierce 15th, Kenny Paddock 16th, Justin Young 17th, Matty Davis 18th, Thaddeus Friel Jr. 19th, David Easky 20th, Matthew Ruddock 21st, CJ Gates 22nd, Michael Alexich 23rd, Jason Korn 24th, Kyle Cortez 25th, John Massey 26th, Ryan A. Floyd 27th, and Ian Perkins 28th. So yeah, 28 cars tonight, and they're all double filed up. Last Super Speedway, they single filed out quite a bit, so let's see what they do this time around here.
Yeah, we saw some great racing at Daytona, but this is going to be a little bit different than Daytona. Sure, right. Like you said, crowded into a little more confined spaces. But I expect the same racing action out of these guys tonight as they get ready for the green flag. Coming off turn 4, the pace car will peel off, and we will get to racing here tonight as Travis Burton and Braxton Ackridge will lead them down. Getting ready for the restart. Waiting for the green. Green flag is out, and we are away.
Wow, a little bit of checkup in the back there. A couple guys already bumpering some guys. You got to go on green, or you got to go when the car goes in front of you, not necessarily when the flag drops.
And these guys are anxious to get to the racing here for sure. And You're right, everybody trying to find what lane they want to be in as they head down the backstretch. 3-way breakaway out front, a 3-car draft there.
Yeah, well, here too, I mean, you can definitely see these drafts where these cars kind of line up, and yeah, there might be, I don't know if they're going to do a lot of bumping. I'm not a huge fan of even bumping around here just because the corners come up so quick, but if you could get linked up to another car, you could definitely start to make some moves and try to get away from the skid there. Yeah, they single file out. I'm looking at like the top 7 or 8 cars right now. They're all single file out, and they're still slowly trying to single out behind them.
Yeah, I want to say the 3-car tango, but you can't tango with 3. That's just 2.
Yeah, you definitely cannot do that. Like I say, I don't know. I don't know about actually leaning the bumper on some of these cars out there, especially like I say with the track as tight as it is and the corners coming up as quickly as it is. You don't get that run like you do at Daytona, Talladega. And from what I'm seeing too, it looks like they are staying above.
Michael Childs contact with Paul Travis Sr. on the backstretch coming off turn 2. Our first caution of the night is out. Well, that didn't take long. And it doesn't take much. Just trying to time that bump out and just mistimed it a little bit. And Paul Travis Sr. goes around off the front bumper of Michael Childs coming off turn 2. Let's look at our replay here and see what happened as we saw it live there.
It looked like he was a lane up.
You know what? I think Travis got loose. He was loose before he even got hit, so I think he actually got loose in front of Michael Childs, and Childs had nowhere to go.
Yeah, that rear end did look like it did step out just a little bit, and yeah, you know how that kills momentum, and yeah, unfortunately 43 really didn't place to go. I'm seeing cars in all kinds of different numbers too, so that was and I'm seeing 43 Melissa Dyer, but that's not his name. It's Trevor.
Let's go back and look on board with Trevor Dyer here. It actually was Trevor Dyer, not Michael Childs.
Right, yeah.
You know what? That's almost half and half in my book. Looks like he got a little loose, but also Trevor made a little contact and turned him around. I'm not really sure. That's hard to tell. Let's look at that one.
Say for sure. Slightly steps out.
It does.
But that could be just but that could be enough though for that 43 to, not really just have any place to go. I mean, if you look how close he was even right before it happened.
Let's see. Paul Travis Sr. You know, that's one of the things. This is going to be one of those wrecks where both drivers are going to be in the car, and they're going to be probably pointing fingers at each other. And to be honest with you, they're going to look at it after the race and still kind of be like, I don't really know what happened.
Yeah. Well, the good fortune is 22 did get a whole lot of damage. He's got a little scrape on his front bumper. He kind of side slapped the wall, so he didn't definitely get any, head-on front nose damage, or didn't mess up a wheel or anything. So it's early. We got a lot of laps, 130 laps. So they got plenty of time to maybe get that thing patched up and get back out there and fight.
You're right. He didn't nose it in the wall or anything. So
yeah. He did a pretty good job, because he was pretty much 90 degrees to the track when he was spun, and he was able to kind of straighten that thing out pretty good, which is pretty tough to do in this car. So, and it looks like he's actually getting his spot back. He's slowly working his way back up to the front of the field here, or at least maybe he already has.
He's in.
I don't know.
25th.
Yeah.
Are you live?
I wasn't live. I saw him passing a few cars, so I thought they were giving him the spot back.
All right, well, Braxton Ackridge continues to lead. Michael Childs in second. Trevor Dyer in third. And Trevor was actually the one that made contact there. I gave it Michael Childs, but he was in second. So he was just an innocent bystander there. So
he's second now.
Yeah.
He'll be leading that outside row there. So,
well, if you remember back to Daytona, and you remember back to Daytona, Michael Childs was pretty much the only, well, not the only one, one of the most, I won't say aggressive, but most active ones trying to make a lane work. So he knows how to do this drafting shuffle that you do here in these Cup cars.
Yeah, he was definitely the guy that was trying to make that outside line run. And if there was an outside lane foreman, you knew Michael was in it. Yeah. And, well, he's right where he wants to be now. So, yeah, let's see. He's going to be able to control that line. Hopefully he'll have some guys to stay with him and make something out of it here.
It's
funny. The
question
is, though, if he gets clear, will he stay on the outside? That'll be the big question.
I was going to say, it's funny when you do that, the guys around you kind of notice that. And honestly, I think you gain a little bit of respect, I guess. Or at least you have some knowledge that guy is going to be one of the ones willing to try something. So you kind of get a little more help that way. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, speedways are always, you find teammates where you don't think you might find teammates. And you do have your teammates out there as well. So pace car in.
All right. Pace car pulls off, pulls down pit road. We come to the restart zone. Braxton Ackridge leading. Michael Childs, Trevor Dyer, Samuel Carter, James DeBose, your top five. Green flag is out, and we're off and racing once again.
And as usual, we see it week in, week out. That restart zone usually prefers the lead car, but not this time. Michael Childs, man, he's hanging with them.
2x2 as they come off turn two. You're right. He's hanging side by side, trying to get a little bit of that side draft down the backstretch. Kind of pulls even with them. They are 2x2 for the first two rows, and then single file for fourth or fifth on back there. Still hanging. And
you got Samuel Carter in the Menards machine just hanging with Michael there too. So he's got some help on that outside line right now. So I think that's why they're able to continue to do what they're doing. They're 2x2 front two rows.
Yeah, Carter in the 12 right behind Michael Childs on the outside in that 36. You got that 11. Oh, 11 a little bit loose off the corner there. Ackridge pulls to the inside. Actually, looks like Childs is going to take the lead. Pulls down right in front of the 11 and takes over that lead spot on the inside lane.
Well, I guess that answered my question when we were talking right before we went green here. Yeah, Michael definitely he's not that particular to the outside line, especially when he can get the lead. Well, there he goes. He's getting shoved out.
Here goes 11 on the inside. Going to retake that inside line. Put Michael Childs back to the outside. Michael trying to block that 12. 12 looking for a way around. He's going to try to block that lane. The 12 still, actually, that's the 38 adamant. Oh, the 36. The 36 gets a little loose off the 12's bumper. A lot of things going on here.
Yeah, Michael kind of peppered off the wall there a little bit, kind of slowed up that whole lane. The 11 dives back down into the inside line.
He does. That hands the lead over to Trevor Dyer in the 43, though. He's going to take over the lead. James DeBose second. Ackridge back to third.
get out of line there. He's going to give Trevor a push there.
Things happen faster at Atlanta because, like I said, super speedway racing, but it's all packed together. These guys finding that out too. Those big runs down the straightaway, but it's weird because at a track like this, you have a shorter straightaway to deal with. You get those big runs, and it almost feels unnatural because Talladega and Daytona are so similar. But here, you get that run, and you're like, okay, I got to run. And by the time you kind of generate that, you're into the next corner.
Well, yeah, usually at, Talladega and Daytona, you kind of try to set up that bump for maybe the entry of the straightaway. But, here, just the way things happen and the way the corners are so tight, you really can't get that momentum up there. And you're probably hitting the guy at the wrong spot. And then you don't want to hit him too hard to maybe get him loose going in.
La Riviere starting to try to use that outside lane with help from Joseph Richardson there in the one. And they're working on the outside.
Child. He is still on the outside line, but he lost a lot of spots from that. So he's there. They're trying to make that outside line work here.
Ooh, very close. Is that who's the 4? Kenny Paddock. A little touch of the ball off the corner. That was really close coming off turn 4. And here comes Matthew LaRiviere making that outside work. He's going to pull down to the inside and lead this thing.
I was just going to say, the inside line got a little choked up there and allowed Matthew to kind of take that lead in from him. So yeah, we're already seeing a lot of good, lead changes right now too. So, which is what this track does produce. You got to keep your hands on the wheel and pay attention to what's happening. And, don't get caught up here.
On board with the 4 of Paddock. Here working that outside lane right behind Joseph Richardson, leading that outside lane now, trying to get something going. Let's see if he can push down the backstretch. The last time by, he was pushing him into turn 3. Let's see if he gets this run again and gets to him.
Yeah, unfortunately, the second car on the outside line now, he's having some connection issues. Yeah, I think it's really kind of killing that line, at least in the draft aspect of it. You got a few guys back there, they're scattering, so that outside line is slowly just withering away here.
Meanwhile, LaRiviere continues to lead. Trevor Dyer second, James DeBoth in third. Ackridge back to 4th. And you got this side by side, you're right. You're starting to see that outside lane dissipate. And as I say that, we got somebody. Travis Burton with ish. No, not Travis Burton. We got a car in the wall back there. Now we got more issues. Samuel Carter sideways in 3 and 4. Still no caution. Michael Childs into pit road.
Wow. Yeah.
And we got cars sitting sideways on pit road here.
Yeah, I had to go back and look at the 20 of Kenneth Presley. He got a little bit of tap, and that kind of started the catalyst there.
A bunch of cars involved in that, but no caution as they were off the track. We stayed green. The 77 Riviere keeps control of the lead here. But now look who's looking to the outside. That's at 11. Ackridge trying to work the top side now.
Yeah, they've made it, because of all that, they've got a good 7-car breakaway now too. So, they're trying to get the backpack right now. And, we've talked about this in these speedway races. You're going to have the 1-pack and the 2-pack and maybe the 3-pack. Sometimes you get 5 or 6 packs, but, that first pack has definitely got the advantage right now.
With all the action we're having tonight, I could use a 6-pack.
Yeah, how about it, right? I'm amazed that it was not a caution, though. But, going back, it looked like the 20 got a little bit of a bump. And I don't know if you even want to go back and try to find that. But he got a little bit of a bump, and then shot him straight up into the wall. I'm just looking at that backpack there, and they're just trying to get lined up and maybe try to catch that front pack. They are currently about a second, or actually they're almost 3 seconds behind the lead pack right now. So they really need to
3 wide.
come up and work together.
3 wide as they catch the 12 there, catches some of those cars that were involved in that incident there. 12's going to try to tag along on the back of this pack here and hopefully get this lucky dog.
You got some guys entering the track from pit road too. That almost became a little hairy for some of these guys. Just get back up on track.
So a lot of action. We got, like you said, a 7-car breakaway. Now it's a few more cars with a lap down of the 12 of Samuel Carter. Even catching lap cars single file is no easy feat here at Atlanta, because it's tight racing through the corners.
Well, it is, and there is a little bit more handling involved. It's not necessarily foot to the floor. You definitely got to lift a little bit here and there to make some of these corners happen. So it does have a little bit more skill involved than your Daytona and Talladega. But again, it's, for me, behind the wheel, it is a white knuckle ride, and especially if you're too wide. And I've seen a couple of guys go 3 wide around here, and that makes it even worse.
Sabrina get kicked out to the outside lane in that tide ride, number 71. Looking to the top side, get the 11 of Ackridge back there as well, trying to make that outside work. Here comes Michael Childs as well. And now you got a few more jumping up there. It's like Toyotas. Travis Burton. So this Toyota group is trying to jump up there and make something happen. Oh, the 71 loose, actually in a Chevrolet, but he's loose. 12 spinning behind him. Samuel Carter around. There is the caution. Caution is out. That's going to bring everybody back together.
Well, I was watching the backpack too, just trying to see if they were going to single file out to try and catch that first pack, but they got that caution now. Yeah, unfortunately, the first pack, they killed their own momentum there with that.
You may say unfortunate for them. Fortunate for everybody else. Is going to bring everybody back together.
And that looked to be pretty damaging to a few cars. The 12 looks like he's pretty damaged as well.
I want to go back and look and see if I can find that first incident.
Well, that first incident was Zuprina. He was the one that
I'm talking about the one
into the 20 car. Yeah.
Okay, the first.
Yeah, he made kind of a bad bump and knocked the 20, which kind of scared everybody.
It's hard to.
I don't remember what lap it was, to be honest.
It's going to be hard to find this because it did not bring out a caution, or it didn't even score an incident, to be honest with you.
Right. Well, let me see if I can look. Help me out. Try lap. Wasn't lap 7.
It was 23 here. Let me back this up. We're going to do it manually. I want to show you guys. I want you guys to see this. Was that the first rack?
It was lap 15. 15, because unfortunately, Kevin Presley, is out of the race right now. Well, he's beginning damage.
All right, here we go.
14 is what I'm showing, actually.
So something happened. Somebody got crossways up here in front. A bad bump, like the second bump. And they go scattering into the corner. And unfortunately, these guys unable to make that transition. And they spin down the pit road. That was Michael Childs there. Trying to get the best view of this for you guys. It's going crazy. Going down the backstretch, it happens in front of him. And everybody scatters into the corner there. And that transition just catches these guys out of nowhere. And they're trying to hang on to it. Michael Childs and the 12 of Samuel Carter there. And Samuel ends up sitting sideways in the pit entry. And here comes Zuprina into the pits. Has to dodge him along with another car. Just chaos back there.
Well, yeah, they went below the apron just to try to avoid the 20, and they definitely screwed them both up.
Wow. Craziness already here in Atlanta.
Yep.
Now that we're caught up there, let's look at this last incident. The yellow flag came out. And that was that Zuprina in the tide ride again?
Yes.
I mean, I think let's go back and look and see. He may have
He
gotten a
was
little
involved,
help.
yeah.
Oh, no, he gets loose off the corner, bounces off the car on the inside, and that causes chaos for Samuel Carter and others there. I think the caution came out because of Samuel Carter sitting sideways, I guess. I don't know. Pretty hard hit for the 71, though. That's gonna require some attention.
Yeah, he did go in, get some damage fixed.
One more look. Bring it loose there. Smacks off the inside wall, loses a fender. And then everybody scatters. Actually, I think it was the... there's another car that was sideways there.
Pace car is off. Trevor Dyer, Travis Burton on the front row. They're green.
Green flag is out. Trevor Dyer leading. Travis Burton on the front row. Trevor gets a great jump this time. Side by side for second as we head into one.
Yeah, the outside line did not have a lot of help there.
Yeah, they're going to get single file pretty quickly here, at least towards the front. First 5 cars are going to be in line.
There is a lot of motion too on the kind of going through the corner. Some of these guys are having that nice tidy arc, which kind of shows me that the car is probably a little evil out there right now.
Here's,
granted, they're on a fixed setup, so everybody's running the same kind of thing here. And like I say, the car does not look like it's overly stable for some of these guys.
Ackridge with a big push off the backstretch from C.J. Gates gets up there. That's a couple of names we're used to hearing. I was a little loose off the corner. But Ackridge and Gates, I remember their great racing action at Auto Club we got the call.
Oh, yeah. Well, Gates already has, 2 wins of the season? Or 3 wins of the season?
I think he's... I have to go back and look. I know he's got at least 2. We were talking about.
Right, I was going to say at least 2.
I think he broke the. I think the streak was broken at Auto Club, if I remember right.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, and he did get 2 in a row. I believe he won. The Daytona.
Leading that outside lane, the 34. That is James DeBose trying to get something working with the help from the 11 of Ackridge on the top. Trevor Dyer able to fight him off right now. Travis Burton in the 45 right behind him.
Yeah, that outside line just it's not looking very strong right now. And I don't know if the 11 maybe needs to give James a little push there. They are real tight, though, that 4-car pack on the outside line right now. But they're just still getting, unfortunately, walked by the inside line. Yeah, 11's down to lane 34. It's kind of sold out there.
Ooh,
3 wide.
3 wide. Through the middle, the one, Joseph Richardson. As DeBose got a little high there off turn 4. Opened the door there.
I'll tell you, the leaders are top 5, 6 right now. Well, actually, we got 7 single file right now. They're getting a little skaty. The 22 gets on a line there.
Oh, the 11 tries to fill the gap, and he does. As the 22 is going to get kicked up high. Paul Travis Sr. Oh, contact with Paul Travis Sr. The 22 sideways off the corner. Big wreck. This is going to be a big one here. Oh, and he gets rear-ended by the 4 there at the last minute. Turns the 22 straight into the wall. Big damage for the 22 and the 4 and others.
A lot of cars. 22 was spinning all down the straightaway, front straight.
You knew that was going to be big. Hey, he tried to hang on to it. I thought he had it saved, and it come out from under him again right there in front of the field.
Yeah, we had a couple guys make some good moves, though. Took the green lane, the grass. Saved him, though.
All right, let's go back and see what happened, what triggered all this. Contact from underneath. I think it's a 71. What's that?
23, I believe. I think maybe it was, yeah. 23 kind of got into, the 11 kind of got into the 20, or no. Yeah, the 23 got into the 11. 22 was trying to come down a little bit. Fortunately, 23 got rear-ended by the 3. Just as it was coming across the start-finish line. 3 probably couldn't slow down enough.
All right, looking for names. 23 is.
I know, yeah. I got to call numbers for right now because I can't remember half the names. 23 is Jason Korn.
All right, let's get back and see what Jason saw.
And it's fitting. Jason Korn riding on a
Doritos
car.
Hot mustard Doritos, too. Yeah, he was up the track a little bit. Off the bottom. And that contact with the 22 just turned him around, pouring into the wall there. And you saw the jump there. Let's see if we can. Said he got rear-ended there. Some contact there off the corner. He gets turned up in the wall. The guy's just trying to avoid it. Yeah, the 3 in hard in the back of him. And then the 4 in the back of the 22.
Oh, yeah. Well, we talked about, being a short super speedway track. They're still carrying some major speed. And, when things happen like that quick. And we know the car, even though the car is a road race car, it's supposed to have the big brake package and the big wheels, it does not like to slow down very well. So it's a little tough for some of these guys. I mean, I'd have to give them a pass for some of this stuff. Stuff happens a little faster than you can get to that pedal. And then even when you're grabbing for that pedal, you just don't know if it's going to slow down on time.
Craziness. Well, we do have some pit stops. Some of those guys getting some of the damage fixed, but we did have some guys come down pit road. Try to get off strategy.
Well, I have no idea what the fuel mileage is, but I'm assuming too, because we got a little less than 100 laps to go. They're probably going to have to make 2 more stops. So really coming in now is probably not a bad option because, we're what, 33, 34 laps in almost. So probably not a bad idea to get some tires, maybe get a splash of fuel. I'm sure some of these guys were probably getting close to, I don't know, I assume there's maybe, 40, 45 laps on a fuel run here.
Well, you're talking about riding through the grass. Let's look real quick at Richardson here in the morning. He was behind all this, goes through the pit, goes through the grass, actually.
Yeah.
He goes for a wild ride through the grass here. Over the jumps.
Yeah. He was able to keep it straight, and guess what? He's leading the pack right now.
He's leading.
So it worked out.
Great avoiding action by him to avoid all that chaos that was happening on the track beside him. He just cuts through the grass. Says, "I guys, I'll go over here."
But that tells me though he probably didn't pit either, so he's probably going to be at a deficit for getting some fuel here.
My concern.
I probably would have took fuel at this stop, to be honest.
My concern is not so much the fuel as it is the tires. I mean, when these tires start getting old and start sliding around, they get a little greasy. That could lead to some issues too. We've already seen that tonight. That after a few laps, these things start to kind of move around a little bit. We'll see how he can hang on. Got Matthew LaRiviere there on the front row with him. Justin Young, Dalton Zaprina, Michael Ware, your top 5 right now. Trevor Dyer back to 6th. Ian Perkins, Travis Burton, CJ Gates, and Braxton Ackridge, your top 10. As the pace car is going to peel off here, we're going to get a restart with 96 laps to go. Into the restart zone they come. Joseph Richardson leads them down. Green flag is out, and we're off and racing once again.
Wow, that looked like a pretty late flag when they jumped out of there, but I wonder if there was a little bit of wheel spin.
These guys.
Man, Joseph Richardson got a great jump, though.
Jockeying for position back there. Richardson way out front. Is Justin Young going to get a run? Yes, he is. What's he going to do with it? Is he going to push? Is he going to pass?
Yeah, it's always the scary thing when you get that big of a run out there. You know they're going to eventually close in on you, so you gotta play those odds.
DeBoe's coming to pit road here off the restart, but the racing up front. Michael Ware actually takes advantage. He's going to move into second spot.
Yeah, he definitely did. Unfortunately, the 13th just got shuffled out of that group of Justin Young.
Still find a spot back there trying to find foul in line.
Yeah, they're back to single file. I mean, quite a bit of it. The 11 right now, he's on that outside lane just trying to make something work there. I bet you if I scroll back a little bit, we might see Michael Childs back there with him somewhere.
Oh, we got one kicked up out of the groove. Robert Brown in the 21 on entry. Up in the wall just a little bit, but finds a spot to fall back in line. They are all single file now.
Yeah, they are.
As I said that, they're starting to get double file back there.
Yeah, well, we only got 23 cars on the lead lap right now. I think a couple guys have first caution penalty there. So we do got a couple guys one lap down. So I don't know if anybody's completely out of the race just yet.
Oh, we got a battle for the lead. Michael Ware shoves it in there. We got Joseph Richardson having some issues with handling. Now we got a car around. They stay straight for the most part. Still green.
Yep, still green. I got to go back and see who actually was riding in the grass there. That was the 8. The 8 unfortunately got kind of put into the grass.
So much going on here at Atlanta.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tough and rumble race, and yeah, it definitely is. But yeah, John Massey unfortunately got forced into the green stuff, and he's kind of hurting right now. Obviously out of the draft.
Go back and see if we can show you that. So much going on right now that I want to wait till if we get a caution, they kind of go back and look at that.
I have to go back up front to see what's going on up there. But yeah, Michael Ware's taking over the lead. Trevor Dyer, right behind him. CJ Gates right
scattering.
Him.
Something happened to Michael Ware off turn 4.
Oh yeah. Something happened with Trevor Dyer now too.
Trevor Dyer up the lead.
He got caught on the apron there a little bit. Oh, maybe I think that was live again. I'm sorry.
It's happening fast here at Atlanta. Got to keep up, Toddy.
Well, I keep rewinding to go back, and it's like, well, I'm seeing more things that I missed. All right. Well, they look a little bit more calm up front there, at least now.
I'll tell you what, these cars still look like they're a handful, though, coming off the corners. And one thing we didn't mention, too, is they do, I think, 2X time scale. So we're going to see some lights here tonight at Atlanta. And how is that going to affect the handling? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Looks like Dalton Zaprina goes to the lead by Trevor Dyer.
Yeah, Trevor kind of got out of the group there, and Dalton just said, all right, I'll take it. But now they got the second lane forming up there.
Looks like these guys are really struggling with some handling. They're getting a little loose.
And I thought I heard on chat they actually do have one fast repair available to them as well. So that may or may not be true, but I don't know. Some of the carnage I've seen, we still got a lot of guys out there, so that might be true. They may at least have one fast repair available.
Zaprina to the lead. Ackridge in second, CJ Gates in third, Justin Young, Trevor Dyer, your top 5 right now. But that shuffles around lap after lap, corner after corner, though.
Well, that outside line is really starting to get that third mojo moving now. Justin Young is definitely.
Oh!
Dalton gets loose. Wow.
And he hangs on. Nope, he's going to go for a spin in the grass and into pit road, but we stay green as he's off the track.
Yeah, he definitely made pit road contact. Oh, man.
Oh, we got some other guys going off track. Esky off track back there with issues.
And the yellow has not flown, so they are still green.
Still green. CJ Gates now finds himself in the lead. And then number 42 with the 43 of Dyer right behind him. A couple of teammates there.
Yeah, and they've got a little bit of gap off of third, but here comes that run though on third, fourth, fifth, and sixth right now. And I'll tell you, that 6-car, they got a 6-car breakaway up front. Can they play nice and maybe just put some space on the rest of the pack here? They are not. Oh,
at 21, Robert Brown around on the backstretch, does a complete 360 into the wall, but he stays straight. We stay green. Now he's sideways again. Down on the apron though, no caution. And now we get a
There's
caution
yellow.
as he spins around in front of the field there.
Yeah, the 21 looked like that apron has been really dangerous. I've been seeing a lot of cars just kiss that line, and it is death for them. Definitely, it just kills that car's handling.
Well, we've got a lot
Gotta
to catch
stay
up
off
on
that.
under
Wow.
this caution,
Yeah.
so I'm going to go ahead and get at it.
Yeah, there was quite a bit going on here.
We're going to back up first with this first incident we saw here.
I would say pit road's probably going to be busy, especially for some of these guys that have yet to pit.
All right, we're going to look. Joseph Richardson was leading this. It seems like the leaders, you don't want to be in the lead. He gets into the corner, gets loose with that car right behind him, gets on the apron, and kind of does an okay job of staying off the track there, but unfortunately the cars behind him, that's Esky going through the, no, it wasn't Esky, that was Massey. And I'm trying to find Massey. Massey going through the grass. Massey through the grassy. He had some help though.
Yeah, for sure. A little bit of a bump there. He was able to keep it straight, though, again, through the grass, which is pretty impressive.
Yep. All right, that was our first thing. Then we had Dalton Zaprina, who was also leading at the time. He has the same issue right there. Wiggle through 3. And everybody just kind of scatters. Luckily, everybody except for him gets through. Zaprina through the grass, though. But we stay green through that as well.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to leave this race, to be honest. I don't know where's a safe place to be.
And then we had Esky back there as this is happening. He gets loose, gets on the apron, saves it, gets loose off turn 4 again, and goes to the grass as Zaprina's having his issue. Oh, he's a bucking Bronco through the grass.
Yeah. And I think I don't know if he got a pit penalty either, just because I think he did kiss pit road a little bit.
Yeah. And then let's see. So this is all happening while Zaprina's having an issue. And then we actually finally get the caution as the 21 gets loose off turn 2, spins around, does a little 360, and then smacks the wall, and then spins again into the inside wall. Still no caution. He gasses it up, gets out there, and finally we get a caution.
Unreal. But everybody's back together now. So if you were worried about missing that draft or getting left behind, well, you guys are all back together now, man. So you get to do it all over again.
We did have a few pit stops. Joseph Richardson comes to pit road. Samuel Carter's in pit road right now as well. Some of these guys actually choosing to pit.
Well, like I said, I believe some of these guys do actually have a fast repair available. I'm sure somebody's probably, maybe half the field has already taken it as well. So still a lot of guys, 23 guys still on the lead lap. I didn't see anybody. I didn't know who actually got the lucky dog that time around. Maybe it was Samuel Carter that did get it.
Samuel is coming off pit road now, maybe. Let's get some damage fixed.
James DeBose is our next guy one lap down right now. So he is the only car lead lap or one lap down. So if we do get another caution, it should be him if he can, not get a 1X when the caution does fly.
The leader, the 42, CJ Gates, his teammate Trevor Dyer, the 43 on the outside behind him, or beside him at this point. You got Travis Burton, Thaddeus Friel, and Matty Davis up front. A couple of new names up there with Braxton Ackridge, Matthew Ruddick, Matthew LaRiviere, Ryan Floyd, Michael Ware, your top 10. Getting ready for the green flag. Pace car is going to pull off here as the sun starts to set here at Atlanta. Things are starting to pick up. Waiting for the green to come out here. Green flag is out, and we are off and racing once again.
As the sun sets, we already got a little action.
Friel and Travis Burton with contact off the rip.
Yeah, Thaddeus was able to keep it off the wall there, though. Unfortunately, he did get kind of, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like he kind of got pushed down in the infield there. Definitely lost his momentum, but damage. And he was able to keep it in that wall in the grass there. Definitely lost the draft, though.
Meanwhile, CJ Gates continuing to lead here, but he's got a challenge. And for second back there, Braxton Ackridge looking under Trevor Dyer for second.
Yeah, and while that all happened, I mean, unfortunately, it happened up front, and it just gave those guys a nice 5-car breakaway right now. They've got a good second, or 1.2 second lead over the rest of the field.
43 pulls back up to the back of CJ Gates, able to use that draft to maintain second spot, using that top side. A couple of teammates again working out front there. It's a Toyota top 3 right now. Matthew Ruddock, the only non-Toyota top 5 in the Chevrolet.
Yeah, it looks like the 43 definitely, he's not leaving his teammate. They're definitely working together, and they're starting to put a little bit of a pull on the 5 cars, or the 3 cars in the 5-car field. Definitely, they've got their stuff squared away. I'm sure there's some good team chat communication going on. Although here comes Matthew Ruddock. He's like, don't leave me behind. I want to get into this party here. He's starting to kind of pull on them a little bit.
Got a group of drivers starting to catch them, run them down back here. More energy in this pack. This draft is starting to pull them back together.
Yeah, they are. They're starting to kind of work their way up here. So yeah, we're gonna have a big pack here in a little while. Another 2 laps here. Just as long as they can keep everything straight and green.
Here comes Matthew Ruddock in that 7 with help from Braxton Ackridge on the bottom. Looks like Ruddock's going to take the lead at the line, as he does, but they're still 2 by 2 for the front 4 positions.
Yeah, we got the 7-11 combo on the inside right now, just trying to make that work.
True, that's a good point.
Looks like the 11's going to clear the 42 as well.
Ackridge trying to clear for second. Those guys, 42, 43, stuck on the outside lane. As here comes LaRiviere out of nowhere. The 77 with Travis Burton back there behind him.
Another catching a lap car, too, so that's going to complicate things just slightly. Because they've got a real big pack. That whole pack kind of caught up to each other now, so they have to see what they're going to do getting around the 1 here. Give them some room. Yep. Yeah, wow.
So much easier
big
to do
skinny
it on.
Guys.
Oh, it gets tight back there, man.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, especially they're getting them on the exit of 4, too. Wow. Right. 7-11 combo stays out front. They got that low line running real nice. Just stay off that white red light, white line. I don't know why I can't say that very
The red light.
Like yeah, it's like a candy cane line. You gotta stay off that one.
The white, red light?
Yeah, the white, red, white line.
All right.
Just kind of waiting to see this outside lane. I mean, the 42 and the 43, I mean, they were pushing each other so well earlier. They just could not get that outside line to move. They've got help back there. Just they can't get that thing. I don't know if they just need to tuck up a little bit more or maybe just stay a little bit straighter.
It's tough to get that outside going. You got to stay between the cars and the wall there. You see the 43 right on the wall there.
Yeah, there was a little sparks flying there. Yeah, this definitely going to slow up that momentum as well.
Meanwhile, the 7-11 combo is working well out front. Ruddock in the 7, Ackridge in the 11, leading this pack. Well, I tell you what.
Well, they're giving each other. They're really not laying on each other's bumper either. They're kind of giving each other a little bit of room. The 11 will give them a little tap at entry 3 there, and but it stays off of the lap.
Right no more with the 43. Trevor Dyer running that outside lane with his teammate, the 42, in front of him. It's tricky, man. You enter the corner, you got the small operating window through the corners. And if the guys on the bottom wash up a little bit, it makes it even tougher.
Well, we've seen too, a couple of cars we have seen go down the candy cane line, and it's usually shunned in some. I know in real racing, you don't want to do that, and it does make that trial a lot narrower. But I don't know. I would think it upsets the car as well too, and that's why we're not seeing a whole lot of guys going down there. But I'll tell you, it's nice to actually have that option, just in case if things get a little tight for you, you need a place to go. But I can see that screwing up cars as well.
Hey, They're starting to get this thing worked out on the top here as the 42
Yeah.
and 43 working together. They're going to pull up beside Ackridge here. Big bump into the corner to the 42 of CJ Gates. They're making it work. It's like, Bush up the track just trying to stay off that wall. But they are moving forward.
Yeah. Well, Ryan Floyd's kind of getting up in that group now. He's kind of...
Oh!
The one spins. The one just gets a little loose.
That's a 7, Ruddick.
Oh, that's a 7. Yeah, not the 1, sorry. Wow. I don't think he didn't even get tapped or anything. It just...
No, it just came out from under him there.
He hit the candy cane line just enough, just where it kind of spun him.
That's going to hand the lead over to C.J. Gates and the 43 of Trevor Dyer on that outside lane. Here comes Ryan Floyd in the 84 as well on that outside. Ganging up on the 11 of Ackridge.
And here comes Jason Korn as well. And then is that Manny Davis behind Korn? No, that's Michael Childs behind Korn.
I think
Michael
Childs is
unfortunately, yeah, he is a couple laps down, but hey, he's still in there trying to get that lane to move.
Oh, problems for David Esky back there. What happened there?
Michael Childs make a move to the low end. I mean, he is 2 laps down, but he's going to try and maybe get one of them laps back artificially or naturally. I don't know if some of the guys probably appreciate him being up there, knowing he's not a threat, but
yeah, but he's got a fast car. You want to use him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, being 2 laps down and he's got one car 1 lap down, I mean, he would still need 3 more cautions for him to get back on the lead lap. So maybe if he can try to help that for him to get back on the lead lap, it's probably not a bad option for him. Yeah, he's definitely looking fast.
Yeah, that's why we call him the wild child. He makes he's able to make some moves. And like I said, if you got a car up there that you know is going to make some moves, you want to kind of use that to your advantage and go with them. Especially if it's a lap down. You can sit beside him and push him to the front. You could ride behind him and win this thing.
Right. And unfortunately, I think he got those laps down just because he got the pit road penalty when he kind of spun into the infield there.
21 in the wall there. Robert Brown, Matty Davis in the wall. I think he followed him in there back there, but they stay straight. We stay green as I think they're lapping. Yeah,
I don't know. Let's see. James Dubose, 34. He's the one guy lap down right now. Although Thomas Friel as well now is a lap down. And they had just passed him.
21 in the wall off turn. Into the turn again. Using that wall.
He's been looking a little loose there and just kind of wobbly. He's definitely having some car issues. I'll tell you, the sun's getting a little pretty low too, and I almost wonder maybe they got a little bit of sun in the eyes right now.
I know, it's starting to get a little foggy as well. The cameras are picking that up. Visibility is going to drop a little bit here as we go into the night. And these guys are going to have to figure that out as well. The handling, we'll just add one more obstacle to your race.
Yeah, and track lights have not turned on yet either, so it's going to get a little darker before it gets lighter.
There's Travis Burton to the inside. Travis had that contact on the restart with the 44, and he's rebounded nicely as he's fighting for second now, using that outside lane with help from Ackridge in that 11. I tell you, the 11 looks like he is one of the faster cars tonight. He's been up front all night.
Well, he's a pole sitter tonight, so yeah, he's definitely got good problem. You just got to get the right teammate and the right luck on his side to get. Here
comes the 45 with the help. He's going to fight for the lead into turn 3.
Yeah, looks like he's definitely got it. Is he going to stay low though, or is he going to try and maybe move up in front of the 42 here? That'll be the big question.
Well, interestingly, that the 42 and 43 decided to go to the top. That's where they want to run.
Yeah, they've been pretty much up there this whole time, and even when they were leading a little while ago, I should say a little while ago, they're kind of leading now, but yeah, they were standing there.
Here we are 2 by 2.
Yeah.
You don't know what?
It's been a good run here. No, I was just going to say, no, it's they kind of like, but I don't know about running that outside line. I mean, to me, it just seems like it's a longer way around the track. And that wall comes up pretty quick. Although we've seen the apron be just as dangerous as the wall. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, I could see it both ways. I guess if you don't want to bind your, well, you see the Ackridge machine get a little loose off the corner there. You don't want to bind the car up. So if you want to run the high side, you want to keep the car freed up there. You got to be careful off the corner though, because it can bite you. But I guess if you're on the bottom, at least it's the short way around. You kind of set, and you can kind of judge where you are on track based off the apron. So I can see both ways. I can see either way working out.
Yeah, I mean, for me too, yeah, the tri-oval is a lot safer when you're on the inside, I feel like, just because that wall comes up real close when you're on that outside line. Especially, you got to pay attention if where the other guy is on your inside.
All right, well, the bottom lane prevails for now. Travis Burton out front. Ackridge in second. Here comes the battle for third. La Riviere on the inside. CJ Gates holding that outside lane. Oh, we got some. Oh, that was close. It was Justin Young getting a little squirrely getting into the corner. Hangs on to it.
Well, I got to go back and see when our last caution was too, because we're at lap 72 right now, and we've had a pretty good long green flag run here. So the guys are keeping it straight and tidy for right now.
Yeah,
but I'm just looking at pit stops. Yeah, they've only got about 49, I believe, was their last pit stop, or 47. Yeah, I think 47 was.
Tell you, Travis Burton's last pit stop was on lap 32. It says. So.
Okay, right, and I know some guys did pit at lap 47. So
32. That was 40 laps ago. So he's on 40 laps.
I imagine we'll probably see some guys maybe within the next 10 laps if we still stay green here.
Hold your breath again, Tony. We're catching lap cars. Oh, yeah. CJ Gates has to dodge that one.
Think skinny, and then think skinny again. Unfortunately, we saw the 7 leading a little while ago, and he's unfortunately going a lap down right now. Big skinny, guys.
Oh, this is so tough. Oh, we got a car loose there.
Childs gets real loose on the low end there.
Justin Young through the grass. Oh, he had a little issue in turn 4, but we stayed green. Unfortunately, the 13th's going to drop back here.
Yeah, we got a 6-car breakaway right now, too. And, unfortunately, he's at the 84. We got a lap car and 7 right behind him, too. It looks like the 84 and 7 might be able to catch us back. They are catching the pack. There'll be a little more strength in numbers in that first pack.
The lights are on here at Atlanta.
Yep. Yeah, lights just kicked on. And they've got the top 7 cars now have a 1.5 second gap over the second car pack. And unfortunately, the second car pack has only got 3 cars in it. They're kind of like stuck on their own island there. Another lap car. Whoa,
issues. 43, Trevor Dyer around us. They catch the lap car there. The 42 involved as well. Michael Ware involved. CJ Gates involved. Oh.
42 looked like he was just giving the 13 just a little too much room.
Caution.
In contact with the 54. Oh, man.
Let's go back and look at it. Those guys catching those lap traffic. We know how difficult that is. Let's go back and look at our instant replay here as they come into the corner. Oh, it looks like the car on the bottom washes up, and these guys just ran out of room. CJ Gates
Man, they were doing so good. You know, they had a lot of practice getting by some of these lap cars, too, and unfortunately, they eventually got bit by one. I'll tell you, those backpack cars, they're all licking their chops, happy. Some guys, I'm sure, are getting ready to come in for pits anyway. This definitely has changed the ball game for a lot of guys here.
But unfortunately, the guys pile into that after the fact. And Michael Ware was one of them. Let's look at this once again as these guys catch that lap traffic. That car on the bottom just kind of squeezed them up the track a little bit, just enough. It got really tight through 3 and 4. It was enough to cause calamity there.
Well, it was bad for some, but good for some. Like I said, I have a feeling we're going to see pretty busy pit road.
Right on
You have
board.
to take
Justin Young, he was the lap car they were catching there. Yeah, just ran out of room there. And he gets rear-ended by the 2 there. Michael Ware. Let's see what Michael Ware saw here. Right on board, everybody. Hold on tight. Smoke. He goes low to try to avoid, and they just come right down in front of him. Nowhere to go. Right in the back of the car that was slow there. 13.
things happen so fast around here.
Oh
too.
yeah.
And that's the one part of this track that I don't enjoy. Yeah, when something does happen in front of you, it is just there's nowhere to go, and it's kind of like a Dover where it's a self-cleaning track where the cars just fall to the inside line with the banking and all that. It makes it pretty rough for some of these guys.
It's been a rough night for some, for sure. Right now, it's Travis Burton, you're leading. Again, 5 cautions so far. Working our 5th caution tonight. There've been some big ones. Look at that. There are 11 lead changes.
Yeah. But we're going to probably get the green flag now with 50 to go. So they've been ticking off these laps, and obviously we're over halfway, 50 to go. They might have enough gas to finish this. Like I said, I don't exactly know how much fuel they have, but 50 might be doable for some of these guys.
Well,
especially if you save 1 or 2 under caution.
I'm seeing Travis Burton out front. He pitted on lap 32. I don't think he can come down pit road.
I did not. I did not see him go down pit road. A lot of the leaders have not come down.
Ackridge, same.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Matthew LaRiviere has shown him last pitted, if I'm reading that right, on lap 23.
I don't see how that's true, but yeah, maybe. I don't understand how you wouldn't want to at least top off right then and there.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's accurate either. I don't know why you'd still be out there, but maybe. I don't know.
I know I botched up the fuel mileage numbers last night, so I don't want to make too many predictions, but if it were me, I'd be getting some gas.
All right, well, one guy heading to pit road. That's going to be the pace car as we get ready to go green. Travis Burton leading Braxton Ackridge. They've been working together tonight. LaRiviere, your 3rd place car. Green flag is out, and they are off and racing once again.
Yeah, Travis Burton got a great run there. Ackridge, he just followed suit. But, man, and then you got LaRiviere right behind him, and they got a 3-car breakaway. But don't space out too much, guys. They're coming back. They're going to catch him pretty quick. The draft starts kicking in.
Single file so far up front. 11's going to fall in line behind the 45 right now. A couple Toyota drivers there.
And, and I'm curious to know because, we know the 11 runs for Gibbs, and we know the 45 runs for what is that, the 23X.
2311.
And 2311, that's right. Yeah, why didn't I know that? And then you got the 11, though, is the owner of the 2311. So you think the 11 is
I'm not sure how far they take that role playing, but
I'm just going to throw that out there for viewing audience.
They certainly seem comfortable working with each other, but Samuel Carter is not. Yeah. He's not going to take it. He goes to the outside, tries to challenge for 2nd spot. Pulls the outside of Ackridge. Samuel Carter fighting for 2nd.
Yeah, he's trying to make that outside line work, and I'm a huge fan of Menards. I love this store, so I'm gonna, we're gonna kind of root for that guy right there. Right? Trying to get that outside line.
Well, it's racing between Matty Davis and who's that?
Ooh, a little bit of a checkup with the 8 there. He kind of slowed down for the 71. It hurt. He backed out at the right time.
It's so easy that when you get it wrong, it starts compiling. It starts kind of building up, and then the next thing you know, you're in trouble. Because the draft, you want to stay in the draft, you want to stay close. So when things happen, they happen quick, and they happen right in your lap.
Well, and it's one of those things too where you really don't want to touch the brakes too much because it's going to kill your momentum. It's no different than like a Talladega or a Daytona. But things happen so much quicker around here. You almost feel the need where you got to tap the brake because you don't want to get into that wreck. and it's you're kind of toying with that pedal all night. Like, do I touch it? Do I not want to touch it? And usually too, when you let off the gas on this car, for whatever reason, it just does not slow down like it should. You think the gearing and whatnot would slow it down on its own, but it rolls.
The Riviere pulls off. He's coming to pit road. Something happened with him.
I just feel like that might be a fuel stop.
Well, I did say he doesn't stop since lap 23.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he was getting his fuel. I'm not hearing anything over the radio.
Looking back at the 42 and 43 working together once again, 8th and 9th now. Good recovery after a big wreck there off turn 4. Trying to work their way back towards the front.
The car I'm looking at right now, he's 3 laps down. Michael Childs, he's still trying to make that outside line work. Even 3 laps down, maybe trying to get one of them laps back. I don't know how he actually went another lap down unless he got involved in that wreck there. Still trying to work his way to the front, maybe try to get one of these laps back naturally.
I think he did. He did get involved in that. So.
45 holding strong, and the 11 and the 12 just side by side in that second row.
With the 34 getting a big push from the 71 there off the corner. They are all bunched up once again here on the front stretch.
And Child's still working through the field. He's the 5th car in line. I mean, granted, like I say, 3 laps down, but he wants that lap back. One way or another, he's going to get it.
Burton up front, still battling for second. Samuel Carter's not give up on that. He's still on the outside of the 11 of Ackridge. Matty Davis working to the inside in the 54 of Massey there in the 8.
Well, the 12 really hasn't had a great pusher on that outside line, but now with Child's going, he might actually hit that one. They might be able to work on, if nothing else, he might be able to clear the 11 here.
54 up the track a little bit. 34 gets a little loose off the corner. That one on the apron.
He said, he saw him dive it down. So again, I have a feeling some of these guys really needed the gas. And I would imagine too, if you're a pit now, you should have enough gas to finish it.
But can you pit and not lose a lap?
No, I don't think that's happening right now. Yeah, I'm looking. We have 5 cars now, a lap down.
Yeah, Riviere was. Oh, we got several pit stops. Here they come. 45, the 11, the 54. Who's that back there in the yellow car?
That is 23. That is
I saw a Doritos car.
Yeah, Doritos car.
All right, here they come to pit road, your leaders.
He was running Mountain Dew a couple weeks ago, and now he's in Doritos. I mean, yeah, that's a guy.
Those are sponsors I can support. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And he was running. I think he was running the Code Red car too, so he's running the different flavors as well. So yeah, kudos to him out there. But the 12 takes over the lead. Samuel Carter. Well, I should say he had the lead.
He still got the lead.
He still has the lead because the 36 is. He's going to get his lap back if we get a yellow here. Somebody just asked for dude wipes on chat, so I got to laugh. Give him a shout out there. I don't know who it was, but yeah.
So interesting strategy for some of our front runners there, deciding to make that pit stop under green. Oh. Massey having some issues up front there. It's completely scattered the front of this field.
Child's got a little loose and everybody kind of scattered around him. Looked like he got right into that the candy cane line down there and just threw his car off. But yeah, Massey and Carter now fighting for it. And we got lap traffic. They're going to have to think skinny again.
8 moving. Oh, they're 3 wide. Oh, this is not going to work. 3 wide here in the pack, in the lead pack here as they catch lap cars. The 71.
Somebody's going to have to give.
Let's see. We come down the front stretch. It's already tough for 2 wide. Can we do 3 wide?
Well, they did scatter, so yes, they should be all right.
Oh.
For all that, though, Samuel Carter in the 12, though, he took that money to Menards right there and took the top spot through all that.
That's amazing. Samuel Carter back to the front, the 12. We've seen him up front here lately. Oh, looks like Dalton Zaprina dives underneath the
8
8 of
John
Massey.
Yeah, I thought John was actually going to push Childs. I thought Childs was going to run high, and I thought 8 was going to give him a push, but he kind of laid off of him and lost that momentum. We got a couple guys up there too, like the one car. He's Joseph Richardson. He's 3 laps down. Childs again 3 laps down.
Oh, the 12 loose in front of the field. The 38, 36 right on his back bumper got him really loose into turn 3. He hangs on to it, but that's going to cause a little bit of a check up there as well. We've seen it, I don't know how many times the car pulls up behind you there in the entry of 3, and it just really upsets the car. He did a great job, though. The 12 did a good job to hang on to that, though, because it was a big winner.
Well, he did. He had that outside line to kind of fall into, and say that he kept it. Okay, so it looks like the Dalton Zaprina now is our leader.
That's absolutely right. The 71 Tide Ride takes over the lead. Battle for second as Massey's on the inside of the 12 of Samuel Carter.
Yeah, unfortunately, the 12 is on that outside line again, trying to fight for that second spot right now. Too wide.
He's ahead into
See if
turn
he can
3.
get the 44. Is that the 44 behind him? Trying to maybe get by. I think the 44 is also a lap down. If I'm not mistaken. That is a 44, unless I'm seeing things again. Yes, Thaddeus Friel. Oh, and Thaddeus is 1 lap down as well. So yeah, there are a few guys out there that are a lap down.
Right behind him is the 43, Trevor Dyer, and behind him is his teammate, the 42 of Gates. They're trying to work their way back towards the front.
Yeah, right now Trevor Dyer in the 43, he's positioned 4th. So it kind of shows you how much our order is a little jumbled up from what you're seeing on screen.
And we're catching lap traffic once again. The 36 in the wall trying to go to the outside of a lap car.
Lap car going around a lap car.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. I forgot about that. You're right. Here comes the 12 to the outside, pushing the 36 into turn 3. Samuel actually going to take the lead into the wall. 36 loose in front of the field into Zaprina, but they hang on to it. What a save, and they scatter behind him.
Oh, man.
I cannot believe
wow.
they hung on to that. That's some great driving right there.
Yeah. I mean, good hands. I mean, I'm amazed he was able to save that, but man, that really, I know he was trying to get that lap back, but that definitely hurt that.
Yeah, the 71 a little damaged as well as he went by, but he's going to pull back to the back of Samuel Carter. It's the front 2 here.
I think Samuel Carter's in the lead right now. I got to wait for it to go green. Yeah, they did. Okay, yeah. Samuel is Dalton second right now.
Comes the 44, another lap car, ducks underneath Zaprina. Boy, we got lap cars mixed with lead lap cars here. It gets crazy. Actually, Trevor Dyer.
Lap cars.
Actually, here comes
12.
Dyer's going to make his pit stop. That actually hands the lead over to the 43 of Dyer, who goes to the outside of the 71. So Trevor Dyer all the way back up to the lead.
Wow. Yeah, he's got a great run here. He's got his teammate right behind him now. Took over second spot. So the 43 and the 42 might be in the catbird seat. Unfortunately, they got to get through this lap traffic, which how often we say that at a lake race or at a super speedway.
It's been some wild and crazy racing tonight. Atlanta is putting on a show for sure. But you're right. There's lap cars mixed with lead lap cars. I'm sure some of these guys are not enjoying this as much as we are. But, man, it is chaos looking down on it tonight. 101 laps in the book, 29 laps to go, Tony.
Yeah. Well, when did the 43 and the 42 actually pit? And actually, I'm looking at it. We got the 44, 43, and 42 all lined up. I don't know how to see that.
Here comes Zaprina to pit road. He's going to make his pit stop. And
I'm just curious to see,
Massey as well.
The 43. I'm just curious to see, the 43 and the 42. When are they going to stop? Do they even need to stop?
Well, I think they just, let's see if we can pull that up. 77, lap 77. Oh, we got a caution.
See, at 77, I mean, I would almost assume that they might have enough gas. Again, I don't know exactly how much fuel, but I would imagine they'd be somewhere around 45 to maybe 50 laps of gas. I don't know. I've chat's been chatting away, and we've been kind of ignoring you. Sorry. Anybody know what the fuel mileage is out there? I mean, I can imagine the pit road is going to be pretty busy right now. And it looks like Matthew Ruddick is going to be getting our lucky dog here.
I appreciate Kenny and the props. He said we're doing a great job. Man, we're trying. There's so much going on out here. I'm trying to give you guys all the action out there, but it's almost impossible. It's just craziness out here. And Atlanta.
We knew it was going to be fun, yeah. We
Yeah.
just didn't realize it was going to be this fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go back and look at our caution here. I think it was I think Zaprina and DeBose had an issue. Zaprina coming to pit road here. Let's see what happened here. I think. Oh, he gets loose, slowing down there, slides up on track, and that triggers the caution.
Ooh. All right, well, I'm just waiting to see some takers here. I mean, we only have about 10 cars in the lead lap right now, so 43 and the 42 are staying out. So they might have had enough gas.
Well, again, lap 77 is the last time they pitted, so I think.
Right. And then with this caution right now, they might have, enough to save it.
Everybody trying to get lined up back here as they come to pit road. Robert Brown, Michael Alexich. We haven't called his name so far tonight, but he's in the top 10. He's in pit road in that 5. Ian Perkins, Cody Pierce, Kyle Cortez. Got some new players in the top 10 after those green flag stops.
Well, yeah, with the limited amount of guys still on the lead lap right now, I would almost, I don't know. I would almost maybe have pitted. But if you look at it, too, our leaders, they stayed out. And what did they do on all those guys that pitted? Well, they trapped them a lap down. So maybe it wasn't a bad strategy after all.
Very interesting.
Because there was, I'm counting, 7 cars that were just one lap down, and I could have seen, I would have assumed a lot of those guys were probably hoping maybe for a wave around there.
Right now, I'm seeing 10 cars on the lead lap. Only 10 cars.
Right, 10 on the lead, right, but we've got 6 cars now, because we did have the lucky dog. But 6 cars are a lap down. 1 lap down, I should say.
Well, we're coming to 25 to go. We're getting down to it. If you thought these guys were desperate before, give them a checkered flag to chase.
That's right, yeah. And they are going to be chasing it. The big issue now, too, the 43 and the 42, they've been working together so good. They're going to be in opposite lanes to start this deal here.
You
we'll
watch.
see if they're going to get linked up. Yeah, we'll see.
43 is going to get
up.
He's going to get a launch. 42 is going to fall in line, and they'll be fine.
Well, that's if Michael Ware's got something to say about that. Michael Ware can maybe throw a monkey holding a wrench into this work or something like that.
Okay. As they get 2 by 2, getting ready for the restart here. Trevor Dyer, CJ Gates, front row, teammates, Toyotas. You got Michael Ware in the Ford, and then number 2 in the 3rd position. He's worked his way up there all night, climbing towards the front, finally in position. Thaddeus Friel in the 44 to his outside in the Toyota. All 3 of those Toyotas been working together all night tonight. Get the 21 of Robert Brown in the top 5. With Michael Alexich, Cody Pierce, Ian Perkins, Kyle Cortez, Samuel Carter. That's your top 10 and your lead lap cars.
And the one thing that's going to be good for us, broadcasters and the guys watching, at least the top 10 should be all top 10. So hopefully we're not going to get too many lap cars in the mix of this.
Well, right now,
but a little better.
Right now, but you got some fast cars a lap down. I'm not so sure they're done making their voice heard. As the pace car is going to pull off, we're going to get a restart here. Going to be 24 laps to go at the line. Getting down to it. Trevor Dyer, CJ Gates, your front row. Green flag is out, and we are off and racing.
All right, yeah, like you predicted. 43 got a great jump. 42 towed right behind him. 44 right behind him. Michael Ware, unfortunately, I believe, was sleeping on that one because He got freight trained there from the outside line.
Toyota, top three. They're going to bunch up here as they head off into turn 3. I'm pretty sure those top 3 are going to stay together, and they do.
Yep. 42 gives 43 a nice little bump as well, so they're definitely going to try and command this race here.
My OCD's kicking. Oh, caution. Yellow.
I tell you, that's going to be good for some of these guys that did not pit, you know. If fuel was an issue, throw in fifth, clutch it.
It's our Doritos guy.
Uh-oh.
He's just crushed a bag of Doritos against the wall.
Ouch.
Let's go back and look
Nobody
at our...
likes crushed Doritos. Dorito powder.
Our instant replay. See what happened to Mr. Corn here. Into turn 3 and 4. Oh, contact from Wendy's. Wendy's into Doritos. Turns Doritos around in front of a couple of cars. I don't think they serve Doritos at Wendy's, and I don't expect them to do so anytime soon.
I used to work at Wendy's a long time ago. No, they do not sell Doritos.
Who's that? Just contact from the 91 there.
Now, is Jason going to be a little frosty after that? Maybe.
Could be. That's a good one. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, I got to have at least one a month, right?
Right on board with Reddick. He was an innocent bystander here. See the contact down there on the bottom lane, and then 7 just had nowhere to go. The 23 right up in front of him.
Yeah, that's a tough break. I mean, it's been a long race, but it's gone by pretty quick. And I'll tell you, I mean, the action has been all over the place. And I don't know. I really can't even predict how this is going to end here. Things have been so wild tonight.
So on board with Mr. Jacob Booth here. They get into the corner. He tries to fill that gap in. 23 tries to close the door, and closed it on somebody's toes.
It looks like Ryan Floyd is our lucky dog. So that's going to bring our total to 11. With Braxton Ackridge in the 11, he'll be the next guy for the lucky dog. He must have had a little bit of contact where he did not get that spot last time around there.
All right. I tell you, you were talking about this track and just thinking about it. It's a super speedway that kind of races like a short track, which is, to me, sounds very, very dangerous because things happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the contact of a short track, but you're traveling at so much faster speeds here. And you add into the fact that the track's kind of narrow, and then the aero issues with this car, it's just a recipe for disaster. And we see it all the time here.
Well, and I mean, and it looks hairy just watching it, and in the cameras that we've been watching it. But when you're behind the wheel, and you realize how narrow the track is, and when the car's moving around on you, and with the banking the way it is, and you're barely, you're trying to either stay off the wall or trying to stay off that apron, and there's such a major transition with the apron. It just, it is a white knuckle ride, and I never used to be a huge fan of the old Atlanta. I know a lot of people probably are going to boo and hiss about that one, but I will gladly take the old Atlanta back over than this. It's almost nerve-wracking, It's like I'd rather run Martinsville every week than this. This is a tough place.
It's tough for it to be a super speedway. Everybody's like, oh, it's just hold the gas. No, not here.
Yeah, no, it's Daytona on steroids. Kind of like a. It is tough. It is a whole new experience that, I don't know. It looks like they have fun in real life. In sim, I don't know about that.
It can be fun until you make that one small mistake, and then you're just done. Fun to done. That's what you're doing. Yeah. All right, well, pace car lights are out. We're going to be pulling off this time by. We're going to get a restart with 20 laps to go. Trevor Dyer, your leader still. CJ Gates second. Matthew Friel. Thaddeus Friel. Michael Ware. Robert Brown, your top 5. As they come down to the restart zone, getting ready for the restart here. Green flag is out. That was kind of a little bit of a stack up on this restart, but they get away.
the 43 is, or the 42, he just did get clear, so he's clear of the 44, and he's going to try and link back up with his teammate. But man, they got a 4-car breakaway there. Michael Ware kind of at the end of that.
Oh, we got another caution.
Yeah, another yellow.
So Travis Burton, the 45.
That checkup went a little bit further back than it needed.
I'm looking for Travis Burton. Yeah, there he is. Let's see what happened here on this restart. Yeah, they kind of got checked up on that on the initial start there. Let's go back and look and see what happened to the 45 here on this restart. Entering turn 1, oh, just chaos ensues. 4 wide. It's kind of sandwiched into a couple cars there. Let's go to 36. How did he get in the position he was in there? Let's back this up just a little bit.
Oh yeah, they were 4 wide all the way back then.
So he goes on the start, goes to the outside of the car there. On the restart, there's still 3 wide up there. Oh, contact between the 77 and another car there. Put the 77 of LaRiviere in the wall. They were 4 wide.
Yeah.
And yeah, they could even do that at half speed there. It's a very narrow track. 4 wide is going to be asking a lot for this track.
Yeah, the 77 in the Wendy's car again. I can't remember.
91.
Yeah, they had a little contact. And I think Michael Childs and some of those guys in the back, they were just trying to scatter from all that.
All right, well, 18 laps to go. We're getting down to it. I keep saying that. We keep having these cautions.
Well, laps are ticking off, and again, if fuel mileage was an issue for some of these guys, they've got plenty of time to save. And it looks like, yeah, Braxton Ackridge, he is our lucky dog recipient right now, so he's getting his lap back. We got 12 guys on the lead lap with John Massey, the next guy in the pecking order here for if he could stay clean, if the yellow doesn't come out again. And just so you guys know, yeah, iRacing does have a thing where if you have any contact when the yellow comes out, and if you are the lucky dog recipient, they're going to give the lucky dog to the person who does not have any contact. So it's always imperative, if you're a lap down, make sure you don't get into a wreck, just in case a bad caution, comes out. You don't want to lose that spot.
Just kind of checking up on our chat here. Seeing some of these comments. Yeah, no caution, BS. I mean, these tracks, some of these tracks are kind of odd. I don't know what to tell you. Again, Kenny's comment. Akron says lap car was all the way against one. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you can only do so much if you're getting lapped there. You tried to hold it up against the wall and just ran out of room there. And get somebody giving Paul a shout out. So, yeah, it's been exciting.
Teammates, yeah. I mean, and it looks like, yeah, as they're getting ready to double file up here, the teammates are going to have their 3rd attempt to do what they've been doing already. And we know they're good teammates. They work together. They can just kind of keep that 1-2 run.
I think it's going to take a lot to get them separated.
Oh, yeah.
But the question for them, I think, would be, what lane do you run? Do you run the top, the bottom? Because we've seen both work for different reasons. Where do you want to be? Michael Ware is back there. Robert Brown, a couple of Fords there. They can work together. Ian Perkins in the 48. We hadn't called his name tonight as much. Kyle Cortez right there as well. Michael Alexich in the 5.
Yeah, well, Ian started 28th. He was the last car in the field tonight, and worked his way up to 6th, kept this thing clean all night. So he's got a good top 10 going right now.
Yeah, he's the poster child for it doesn't matter where you start, especially somewhere like here.
I mean, and back to your what lane do they choose? Honestly, if they can keep up ahead of the pack the way they have been, they can pick whatever lane they want. They could just kind of control this, but I would say the lower line would be one.
All right, well, we're going to get down to it here. 17, going to be 16 to go at the line. We are going to see who can get this one done. Pace car is off into the restart zone, waiting for the restart. There it is. The 43 and 42 both launched together, and they're actually still side by side. Interesting. They're going to race it off into turn 1.
Yeah, wow. That's kind of surprising, too. I almost thought the 42 was kind of holding them tight just because he didn't want the 44 to kind of close that door on them. But, yeah, they're going to.
Side by
teammates
side.
Teammates are out the window.
No team orders here, as the 42 of Gates is actually going to inch ahead as they head down the backstretch.
This, unfortunately, might be a bad strategy for the two of them because, they could have dueled this out, with 2 to go instead of 15 to go.
Opens the door for the 44th. Thaddeus Friel going to take over second spot. Here comes the 21, Robert Brown, underneath the 42, battling for third.
Kind of got that old school retro Woods paint job right now, and looking pretty sharp out there in third.
Oh, close racing between the 21 and the 42 there. A little contact as they head into 3.
Yeah, got a little bit loose there and kind of washed up into the 42 a little bit. Although the 42 is just going in reverse right now.
I tell you what, this has opened the door for Robert Brown, though, in third spot behind the 44 and the 43 there.
He had a small glitch, connection issue, because he disappeared for a second.
Oh, 21, big check up into turn 3. Is that Kyle Cortez, and the 25 had to slam on the brakes there to keep from running over the 21 there.
Well, it's just who's going to try and make that outside line work right now. That's kind of where it's at, because right now the 43 has got a really good commanding lead. And I can see the 44 maybe selling them out that easier if it gets down to it. And there still is quite a bit of laps to go for some of these guys to make something work. But the lead cars, 44, he just needs to keep pushing that 43. Maybe he can sell them out with a couple laps to go here. 21's just kind of maybe just waiting for a mistake maybe. He's definitely trying to make that outside work. I think if that line does eventually get to him, the 21 might bounce on that outside.
Yeah, but the question is, will the 25 or any of the cars behind him go with him? Or are they going to look at that as an opportunity to gain a position?
Well, the way the outside line's working right now, nobody's going to go on the outside line because the outside line is going nowhere. 42's trying to sneak his way back in, almost cutting off the 9 car.
They are single file.
Gave him a little,
top 8 positions
gave him
right now.
Gave him a little space there, but the 42's he's moving. He wants back up front.
Gates back to the inside. Just by
back to the outside.
Perkins and Floyd.
Single file, top 6 right now. Double stack behind. A lot of movement though on some of these cars. I'd be a little scared if I was behind somebody checking and driving out there. We're almost 3 wide. The 71 almost made it 3 wide there for a second under the 77. A lot of those guys, too, I'm looking at that. A lot of the guys are 1 lap, 2 lap down. So some of those guys in the back of that pack right now.
Gates on the apron entering turn 3. On the apron underneath the 21. He eventually pulls him back behind the 21. I didn't think that was going to work out, but they make it work.
Yeah, we can tell Gates definitely wants to get back out, and we do have a yellow.
Cody Pierce in the 9. Has an issue on the front stretch. 9 laps to go.
I saw a little bit of action going on back there, and I was wondering when that was going to eventually come to a head here.
Let's get back and see what happens to Cody here coming off turn 4. Oh, 3 wide already. A bump from the inside, bounces off the car on the inside, and around he goes.
He was trying to hang on to it, unfortunately, at 31, 91. Gets in that Wendy's car again.
Let's see what happened going into 3. They're going to set that up. He's on the outside. 71. A little check up on the inside there. 71 up the track into him a little bit. Gets him loose. Bounces off Wendy's. Wendy's is Hooters into Wendy's. And again, a little competition of restaurants right there.
I'll tell you, though, I mean, they're pretty good restaurants.
Yeah, Hooters got great wings. That's what I keep hearing.
I love Hooters wings. They're good wings.
I do too, actually.
And I like me a good The junior bacon cheeseburger over at Wendy's.
Well,
Can't get
I
enough
saw
of them.
I saw somebody talking about the size of those things recently. I saw some video about it. Those things are like sausage biscuits now. Those size of
Well,
a
yeah, they
sausage
are.
biscuit.
They've always been eighth patties, eighth ounce patties.
They keep getting smaller, or either my hands keep
Well,
getting bigger. One or the other.
well, it might be that. Yeah, it's definitely not a quarter pounder, but yeah, they were always the eighth. They were the, that's why they're the juniors.
They can just call them bite-sized burgers. You can eat it in one bite.
Oh yeah, that's why you get extra bacon on them, and that makes up for the lack of meat you're getting.
If you're gonna get that, just get the Baconator. You got plenty of meat there.
Well, back in the day, here I am. The junior bacon cheeseburgers were only 99 cents. Now they're probably like $2 or $3.
True.
The Baconator, you probably spend like $5 or $7 for that sandwich.
$5.
It's delicious. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't been to a Wendy's in a while, to be honest. I make a Tony-ator sandwich. It's got a lot of bacon and stuff.
Do you put your bacon in the shape of a Z?
Well, of course, you get the equal spread that way.
All right. Well, we went down that rabbit hole. All right. 7 laps going to be 6 to go. We're going to get a 5-lap shootout here, Tony, at a wild and crazy Atlanta super speedway. I don't know, say motor speedway, but whatever. Do you think we make it to the checkered flag from 5 to go?
I'm going to say no, and I'm going to say no just because. We've seen some hot tempers right now, and we've seen some guys making some moves, and with everything on the line right now. I mean, CJ Gates, we've already talked about him early on in the episode, I was going to say, but in the broadcast, he's already won 2 races, and he won Daytona, and we just saw him kind of lose a lot of spots and kind of work his way kind of back through the field, slicing and dicing. He's going to be on the adjacent corner now of his teammate, and I almost have a feeling that we might see that 42 try a 3-wide action here if he can get that run on the restart.
Well,
he's going to make some moves here. Yeah.
You have to get around his teammate, though, because Trevor Dyer has done a really good job so far in maintaining control of this race, although the 44 raced him side by side into the corner like the 42 did.
Well, the 44 needs to he's just got to get a good restart. And, we haven't seen the 21 up front that often enough to know if he's going to get that good restart. But everybody up front, they got to have that eyes on the 43. And when he jumps, they got to jump as well. They just got to try to match that energy and see if they can maybe even psych him out, side draft, do whatever they got to do to try and get by him.
Well, the 42 and 44 will be lined up on the outside. I'll be interested to see if the 42 pushes the 44. They've been working together with the 43 all night. They may try to push, and if they get a good draft going, they could go by the 43 here if the 43 doesn't get a great start. All this comes down to this restart. Pace car is off. Trevor Dyer leading. Thaddeus Frill in second on the front row. Green flag is out, and there's the 42 in the back of the 44, who did not get that great of a launch, but he's getting a great push from the 42 as they are lined up.
I don't know if it was more of a push or a shove, but yeah, he's still shoving him down there. He's definitely just trying to get clear of him, really.
What will the 42 do here? We're jumping on board. Pushes the 44. What does the 44 do? He's going to push the 43. They're going to stay committed to each other heading into turn 3.
Well, I think he kind of learned from getting out of line. I mean, he tried to race too early on before. I think he's just waiting to get that. Maybe he can get that run. He almost needs to kind of see if he can lay off the 44, maybe try to build up a little bit of steam, maybe so he can pass him.
4 laps to go. 21 right on the back bump of the 42 as well. Can he generate a run down the back?
Well, yeah, the 21 right now, he's got that distance, and there he goes. You can see him kind of working up there. He lost a little bit of steam. I don't know if he kind of laid off.
25 tries to go high, gets a little loose, but he's getting a push from behind as they come to 3. 3 laps to go here in Atlanta.
Well, we got our pole sitter, the 11 now, Braxton getting into the mix. He got that lucky dog back and made something out of it, so he's in 5th right now.
That's true. The 11 car is here to play, and he is in play here tonight. Running in 5th right now. Can he do something with it?
Yeah, and he's not really worried too much about the 1.
21 goes high. Here comes the 11 to the inside. Yeah. Now he gets in 4th.
The 1 behind him is a lap down, so he doesn't have to really worry about the 1 right now.
All right, can the 1 work with the 11? No, he's going to look to the outside of the 11. 2 laps. 2 laps to go. Oh, 11 on the apron.
Ooh, that slowed down his momentum. Here comes the 12 now. The 12 is in play.
Oh, and the 42 kind of throws a little bit of a block there. Keeps the 12 behind him. They're going to come around and see the white flag. 1 lap to go here in Atlanta. All to play for up front. The 43 of Trevor Dyer. Thaddeus Friel in 2nd. CJ Gates in 3rd. Ackridge in 4th with Kyle Cortez. Kyle Cortez gets turned. A big wreck back there on the backstretch, but we stay green as they're racing for the lead. As the 44 looks to the outside of the 43 and the 3.
I kind of was waiting for that 44 to kind of make that
Here
move.
comes the 11. The 11 pushing the 43 sideways. Turns the 43. The 11 turns. He gets turned by the 42, and CJ Gates will come home with the win.
Oh, wow.
What a finish. What carnage on the last lap.
Well, you know what? There's a song that says, one good turn deserves another, or something like that, or a phrase maybe. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That's
after
crazy.
All that. 43 leads off turn 4. Oh, we've got so many replays to look at. 43 off turn 4 gets turned by the 11. The 11 gets turned by the 42, and the 42 of CJ Gates goes on to win his 3rd race of the season.
I mean, I can't believe what I just saw, and I just saw it. That was unreal.
Oh, wow. What a wild finish here. Let's look at our results, and we'll go back and replay some of the wild action there on that last lap.
Braxton's spinning, too. 360s, and he still finished in 2nd. Wow.
Yeah, Ackridge finishes in 2nd. So the Apex Racing Cup Series here finishes up the Atlanta 200. CJ Gates gets the win tonight. Braxton Ackridge crosses the line backwards in 2nd spot. Michael Alexic, where did he come from? He finishes in 3rd. He gets a good solid finish. Trevor Dyer finishes 4th, and that number 43 was leading off turn 4. Finishes 4th. What a heartbreak for him. 5th for Thaddeus Friel in the 44. He was looking to make the move there down the backstretch. Unfortunately, he comes home in 5th spot. Michael Ware in 6th in the number 2. Justin Young comes home in 7th spot. John Massey finishes up in 8th. Good run for the 8. 9th for Kyle Cortez, who gets turned there on the last lap in turn 2. Again, we'll go back and look at that. Robert Brown finishes off your top 10. 11th for Cody Pierce. 12th for Ian Perkins. 13th for Ryan Floyd. And 14th spot goes to Samuel Carter.
All right, then we have Travis Burton 14th. I think your scoring timer's a little off there because John Massey actually finished 15th. He was a lap down. But then we had Dalton Sabrina 16th, Joseph Richardson 17th, Matthew Love Riviere 18th, Michael Childs 19th, David Esky 20th, Jason Korn 21st, Jacob Booth 22nd, James DeBose 23rd, Matty Davis 24th, Kenneth Presley 25th, Matthew Ruddick 26th, Paul Travis 27th, and Kenny Paddock 28th. And wow, that was pretty wild. Great finish. I definitely would not have predicted that. And I'll tell you, Thaddeus was making that move coming out of turn 4, and I thought he had the momentum and the speed to get there, and they were going to race it to the line there, and then all calamity broke out.
Yeah, it slowed down the momentum of both of them, brought the 11 and the 42 into play there too. Oh, okay. Well, let's go back and look.
Wow.
To see what happened in turn 2. The big wreck that happened behind the leaders here. With the 25 of Cortez. Back this up and see exactly what happened. 2 and 3 wide. Somebody on the apron there. And then Cortez. Okay, it happens in front of. That's Floyd we're riding with. We need to look at Cortez. He's the first driver that gets turned sideways. And it's the 9.
Yep.
Him and the 9. The 25 comes down and turns across the 9. These guys get all stacked up, and in front of them, the 71 into another car. Just calamity on the backstretch.
Yeah, that was wild.
Let's see, 71. I mean, they were wrecking in front of him in turn 3 as well. I mean, that wreck continued. It started in 2, continued all the way back to into turn 3. Car spinning the 21. Man, he was up there. Who's the 21 there? Robert Brown.
Yeah, Robert Brown.
I mean, just a parking lot there in turn 3. Just, I mean, last lap racing, white flag comes out, and all bets are off, and
yes, and that's kind of what we saw.
I mean, that was 4th on back at that point.
Yeah. But usually that's kind of how these speedway races are. I hate to say it, but there is always that breakaway towards the end of the race once you get out turn 4. And we always say, I always say, if you can make it to that last lap, last corner, you got a chance, you know?
I'll back it up, and what's from Justin Young. He comes home in 7th spot. Right aboard to turn 1. All right, you see the smoke. The 25 gets turned there. Oh, boy, thing happens. The 84 sideways, back into the 8. The 8 into the 9. He gets collected with the 21, gets pushed through that, turns the 21 around. Here comes the 8 back up in front of him. He grabs the gear and takes off and finishes 7th. I think he was running like 17th on the white flag.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of guys. They were still kind of one lap down, a couple laps down as well. So, yeah, there was a few positions to be had, some of those guys in the back there.
All right, now let's go to our lead battle here. We'll see what happened. The 44 got a run off turn 2. All right, the 44 got a run off turn 2. He got a push from the 42, pushed him up the track. He's like, all right, I'll take it. Going to the top. The 42 wants to go with him, ducks up, and the 11 fills that gap. They come off turn 4. The 11 gives a push to the 43, gets him loose, and then finishes the job and turns him right. And in doing so, it slowed his momentum down, and the 42, ducking low to avoid the wreck, gets into the 11, turns him right, and the 42 takes. I mean, that's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. Unreal.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk to our top 3 finishers tonight and see what their perspective was of the whole race, and especially that last lap. I'm interested to hear what they had to say. We'll do all that on the other side of this commercial. We'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Back here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We just finished up the Atlanta 200. What an exciting finish that was. What an amazing, exciting race. All race it was. We're going to dip it over to our post-race show here. Our Victory Lane post-race show and talk to our top 3 finishers tonight. We'll start with our third place finisher, Mr. Michael Alexis. Michael, you finished third tonight. Man, it was chaos on that last lap, but you snuck through there and got a solid top 3 finish, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely caught my attention at the end there, but just glad we were able to squeak in past all that.
Well, these super speedways, man, they're always crazy and exciting, especially here in Atlanta, man. We talked about how everybody's just packed so close together. Everybody trying to draft and do all that. You got to run out of room real quick here, and we saw that a lot tonight. But man, what a crazy race! What did you see out there?
I think it's just what we've come to know as New Atlanta. You know, it's really tight racing, and it is not friendly if you make a mistake. As we had a couple, including some of my own. You know, it's just trying to get up. You're so used to your Daytonas, your Talladegas, where it's so wide, so big, and you're able to just really have a little bit of leeway, maybe sliding up a corner, getting the angle right. Whereas here, I mean, even if you come up, a couple feet, you're probably going to door the guy. It's just so touchy with the way the car is around you. Just because to be fast, you have to be tight, and it's really tricky to me. And I'm sure a lot of the guys around here as well.
Well, I think one of the things that makes it so difficult too is it's close quarters racing. Not only are you super speedway racing inches apart, it's close quarters racing. The corners are tight. The cars sometimes get tight or get loose. We saw some handling issues tonight too. Were you struck? It looked like everybody was getting a little loose, especially off turn 2.
Definitely. I thought that with it really felt like it was getting more slick as the sun started going down, which I didn't think that was gonna happen. But yeah, once we got I'm almost about the sunset range, it really started getting loose, and that was just me hanging out in the back, just trying to bide my time. It really felt loose around the corners. But it was a mix between obviously that these cars really get tight. But it was like I said, I mostly felt loose. I felt like if you really got anywhere kind of a bad push, it was just gonna give out on you and go away. So that's just trying to hold on at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody was holding on there for sure. And that last lap, man, just craziness as you come to expect, like you said, as a super speedway for sure, man. But again, congratulations. You snuck through there, got that third place finish, come out of nowhere for another solid finish. It's going to be great for the points as well. So congratulations. I'm going to hand you the mic to let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to thank our new sponsor, Cracker Barrel. Obviously, we had a HendrickCars.com, Valvoline, Hendrick Motor Shop back there in Mooresville, North Carolina. Teammates, Kyle, Cody, Ian, and Landon didn't make it this evening, but obviously all of them, big thanks, especially to Cody and Kyle there at the end. Obviously like to have a good finish here in the peach state of my home. So I think that's about it all I got to say today.
All right, man. Well, again, congratulations. Solid finish. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir. See you there.
All right, there's your third place finisher, Michael Alexich, sneaking through the carnage to come home P3. And Tony, I believe you're standing by with our second place finisher, Mr. Braxton.
Yes, we got our second place winner, Braxton Ackridge. Man, you had a pretty wild night tonight. Got the pole, went a lap down, get your lap back, almost take the lead, kind of get turned there at the end. You finish second, twirling. How was your night, man?
It was an interesting night. We ran good first half of the race. I had like 3 or 4 incidents that happened right in front of me that I don't know how I got through. My luck was eventually going to run out. There was a caution came out. Something happened with the pitting. The pit road was closed or something. So we were out of fuel, and we had to make that decision to pit with 8 laps into that green flag run, and ended up a lap down. And I was praying for a caution to come out, and it did with about 10 to go. And from there, it's all gas, no brakes. that was all the way till the checker flag. I wasn't letting up.
Well, yeah, we definitely saw you tear through the field there when you did get the lucky dog back. And yeah, we were wondering what was going on because I was kind of surprised a lot of guys did not want to pit or didn't pit, but you said the pit road was closed. So I guess that makes that kind of answers that question because yeah, it was kind of odd strategy where some of you guys stayed out, but yeah, you were up front most of the night. You were looking real strong, real fast all night too, and obviously you were showing it towards the end. And yeah, unfortunate circumstances there, and but man, it's still a wild ride. I mean, it was a great finish for all, and I don't know, is there any maybe payback that we're going to see maybe in the next couple
Oh
of weeks here? Or,
no,
well,
absolutely
I
not.
see a lot of
Absolutely
justice
not.
for 11 in the chat, so I'm just
Look,
curious.
everything that happened coming from turn 3 to turn 4 to the start finish line, that's racing. I mean, I've already talked to CJ. I mean, that's racing. I mean, they went coming into 3. I was fourth in line, I think, in the second place. I think Michael and CJ went high, and I dove down. I was like, man, I'm not letting up. And I was all over the 43. He was kind of squirrely a little bit. I wasn't letting up. We're 100 yards from the finish line, man. It's a racing. It's racing.
Well, yeah, well, it definitely was exciting and a lot of fun to watch, and yeah, you guys, it's good that there's no animosity towards anybody, and yeah, you did definitely put out a great show for us all, and you were so close, but yeah, still hell of a night, and congrats on the second, and yeah, the floor is yours, my man.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for what y'all doing. Hopefully next week here at Martinsville, I think we'll put on a good show.
Yeah, perhaps I think yeah, we are Martinsville or Bristol next week. I think
One of the
maybe.
two is either way.
Yeah, it's a
It's going to
shorty.
be yeah. It's going to be crazy either way. So hopefully we'll
It's
come out, run up front a little bit, try to
it's
stay out of trouble.
it might be more relaxed than tonight was, at least from what I've seen. So that's probably going to be a little bit
I,
of a break, maybe.
I don't know. We're a pretty rowdy group, so it'll be interesting.
Well, yeah. Well, we enjoy our time here, and yeah, again, congratulations. And I think Brody's up next with our winner there, CJ Gates.
Yeah, step down in victory lane here. CJ Gates spraying his champagne. CJ, congratulations once again, man. We've talked to you a couple times already this season, but that one might stand out a little bit compared to some of the others, man. What a wild finish.
That had to have been fun to watch because it was damn fun to be a part of. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I hope I didn't blow anybody's eardrums out because it got wild and crazy real quick there on the last lap, especially through 3 and 4. You snuck your way through. We were watching you come through the field too, though. You kind of got shuffled back on one of those restarts and had to fight your way back towards the front.
I got hung up on that outside line, and nobody would work with me up there. My teammates were up in the front on the bottom, and Ryan was a little bit behind me. We were talking about getting together, but as soon as I found a gap on the bottom, I shot it and had to work my way back to the front there.
Well, let's talk about that last lap. You coming off turn 2, you get a little bit of a run on the 44. Give him a bump. He jumps to the outside. At that point, you have a decision to make. Do you go with the 43 or the 44? Because you guys have been working together all night. You jump up top to the 44, and you're like, okay, I'm going to push him. And then that opens the door. You see the 11 coming. You kind of want to close that door, but he's already there. It's like, oh, man. So you're pushing the 44 all you can. The 11 gets in the back of the 43, turns him. And then who got into... Oh, I guess you got in.
I came down to the 11.
Yeah, you caught the 11 there at the end and finally got across the finish line.
I had to turn left because the other guys were coming across in front of me. And, you know, when we came off 4, I was pretty much thinking I'm going to push Thaddeus. We're going to try and get a 1, 2, 3. You know, before the last lap, I was pretty much blocking for the two of them. And then when the 11 shot the hole underneath me going in 3, I'm like, all right, well, it's going to have to be push the 44. That was kind of my thought process. But then when they all started wrecking, I was going to get to the bottom and get through the line. So
yeah, I think everybody just scattered there at the end off turn 4, just trying to get to the line. Everybody sees that checkered flag.
That's it. Checkers are reckless.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we had a little bit of both, but anyway, I'm going to throw it over to Tony. Tony, I'm going to let you throw your words in here.
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, you've had 3. This is your 3rd win so far this season, and you know, I don't know. I know Brody, and I did not predict this one to happen the way it turned out. And yeah, we saw you make that move on your teammate with what 2 cautions prior to the finish, and you know, you kind of fell back through the pack, and we saw you kind of almost desperate, just trying to get back up in there. I mean, did you think it was going to play out like it did tonight, or you just said,
I did not.
I'm going. I'm going to go for it.
I figured I got to go. I got to get up there to be in the front. You know, my plan was to talk to you guys tonight. So 1, 2, or 3, I was trying to get to one of those spots.
Well, mission accomplished, man. Good job tonight. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch.
Appreciate it. So it was a fun race. It was a really fun race to be a part of.
Yep, that for sure. So, yeah, Brody.
All right, so we saw some action there tonight. All night, really. You guys put on a show, CJ, and again, 3 for 4. That's not too bad of a start, I would say.
It's a good start. That's a good start before we head to Bristol next week.
Well, I was going to ask you about Bristol. So Bristol's coming, a couple of short tracks up next. How is your short track package looking?
I'll be bringing the short pack. I got this.
All right,
We'll be there as long as we don't wreck.
I like the confidence for sure. It should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to calling some short track racing action for sure. After tonight, I'm ready for some short tracks. So, man, congratulations tonight on your win. Win number 3 of the season. I'm going to hand you the mic there, let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. I just want to shout out to Legacy Motorsports, my teammates, and you guys for doing broadcast. Can't wait to rewatch the broadcast after I go crawl up in bed tonight.
Yeah,
thanks, guys.
Legacy, definitely put on the show tonight, man. Congratulations. We'll see you next week at Bristol.
Yep. Thanks again, guys.
All right, there's your winner tonight, CJ Gates. Tony, what an exciting race all the way through. We had comers and goers. We had green flag pit stops. We had carnage at the end, as you can expect at a super speedway like this. I don't even know. It's going to take me a week to digest this before we get to Bristol.
Well, they got a new name, new logo, but I'm telling you, the same old action, man. It's a lot of fun tonight. So, yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen next week. Yeah, we're on our little short track spell coming up, and I can only imagine what it's going to be like. If it's anything like tonight, we are all in for a big treat. So, yeah, good times.
Absolutely. Apex Racing Cup Series never disappoints. On Tuesday nights, you can catch all the action right here on Full Throttle Television every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be covering the action next week. Bristol, man. I can't wait to get to Bristol. Bristol's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see these guys put on another great show here like we saw tonight. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Atlanta 200 to books. CJ Gates comes up with win number 3. We'll see if he can cap it off with another win next week, or if somebody can topple him once again from Bristol. So for Tony Solari, Full Throttle Television, my name is Brady Hanna. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed like we have. And we'll see you next week from Bristol.